As IGN's resident hockey-loving nerd, I was excited to get a taste of NHL 14's all-new throwback functionality known lovingly as NHL 94 Anniversary Mode. Like so many hockey fans out there that cut their teeth on the likes of Nintendo's Ice Hockey and Blades of Steel, NHL 94 on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis represented a massive jump forward for video games' portrayal of the sport. And it, to this day, lives in the hearts of pretty much everyone who fell in love with it back in the early 90s. With the inclusion of NHL 94 mode in NHL 14, EA Canada is giving a nod to a game that not only put its franchise on the map some 2 decades ago, but one that coaxed many of them to fall in love with hockey video games. They'll readily admit that the memory of NHL 94 is juiced heavily by nostalgia. It's really not as fun as you remember it being, especially with 20 years of hindsight. But the developer nonetheless wanted to capture its essence, its quote, best elements in an attempt to quote, modernize what made NHL 94 so special. NHL 94 mode doesn't tote NHL 14's far more complicated control scheme, and the entire game can be played on your controller's face buttons, just like in the old days. Unfortunately, this mode doesn't transcend other NHL 14 modes, so you can't partake in a franchise using NHL 94 mode or anything like that. But for pure exhibition play, NHL 94 harkens back to the days of yore in so many ways. It looks cleaner and has a higher presentational value than the 16-bit consoles were able to provide, but the core, essential gameplay elements remain. It's exceptionally arcadey. You can throw your body around with reckless abandon and sucker opposing players into fights constantly, and it also comes packing all of the quirks you know and love. Every NHL game from EA in the early years had little gimmicks and glitches, and that kind of stuff appears in NHL 94 mode. In this sense, NHL 94 mode feels hysterically authentic. There aren't many hockey fans out there, at least ones of a certain age, that don't look back fondly at NHL 94. It was my supplement when I wasn't on the ice actually playing the game myself. To others, it's all about that competitive trash-talking gameplay. Whatever your memories are, however, rest assured that NHL 94 mode captures that quintessential old-school video game hockey feel. For more on NHL 94 mode and NHL 14 itself, leading up to its release in the coming months, keep it tuned to IGN. Oh, and John Tavares got robbed of the Hart Trophy. Go Islanders.